Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to improve your aim in Rainbow Six Siege, then stick around because I'm going to cover everything you need to know. Now, I'm not going to profess to be the most accurate player in the game. I'm far from it. Insane players like Noted, Bolo, Skittles, they are leagues away from the likes of a player like me. But let's face facts, as a console player that moved to PC, I had to learn and find ways to improve my accuracy on the game so that I could get better. And as a result, I wanted to share them with you in the hope that it will save you the hassle of going through everything I went through in the hope of trying to improve. That being said, although many of these tips will be geared more towards PC initially, several of the practices can be done on console to also assist you guys on controller. Now, the first part of this video is going to revolve around Windows and mouse settings, so if you're on console, jump to the time frame written down in the description below. Right, now that all those console plebs have jumped to the timestamp of the video, us PC Master Race can chat properly. I can say that because I used to be a console pleb, so it's okay.
Ha! Got him!
So the first thing I want to discuss is the settings, and many of you will no doubt be disappointed to know there is no magical setting that will make you better. If you do go into your Windows mouse preferences though, by going to the search bar and typing in the word mouse, you can navigate through to this page. From here, you want to set your pointer speed to the 6th bar out of 11, as this will give you the most accurate pointer precision. From there, you want to make sure that enhanced pointer precision is turned off. Enhanced pointer precision basically is the term for Windows mouse acceleration. That, in a nutshell, means that the faster you move your mouse, the faster the arrow on the screen will move. In gaming terms, this is really bad, as you can't build up any consistency in your mouse movements. Once your Windows setting is done, I personally have tried various different DPIs and in-game settings and have found that for my own preference, I preferred a slightly higher than most DPI and lower in-game sensitivity. I tried running on lower and higher DPIs, but in all honesty, I don't have the desk space for like full sweeping arm movements, and I found that the higher I went, the less accurate I was. For my own settings, I settled on 1000 DPI with an in-game sensitivity of 7 for both horizontal and vertical, with the default multiplier. This setting will not work for everybody, and most people will tell you your sensitivity should be quite a bit lower. I tried a lot lower and I just couldn't get along with it. Realistically, you need to try different settings to find what is most comfortable to you. Don't be afraid to run around in a few terrorist hunts and try stuff out. If you've already got a big right arm from working out, you'll probably be happy with doing these big sweeping arm movements and playing from your elbow. For me personally, I prefer to play with my wrist, if that makes any sense, and just move the mouse around smaller fractions as I find it's easier to control recoil with smaller movements. Just try stuff out. Okay, so the next thing I want to recommend is this website. It's called 3D Aim Trainer. I'm going to put the link down in the description below so that you can try it out. But every night before I play, I'm on this thing and I'm really starting to notice the difference. There are a couple of different modes that you can use, either flick and reaction style shots or aim tracking. Now, when you first start this up, you can go ahead and adjust the pace to your own game sensitivity by selecting Rainbow Six and then your mouse and Windows settings. You can also choose the operator you normally play, although I'm not 100% sure on how this changes anything, as it doesn't seem to have the recoil of that character. So I run this training about 4 or 5 times, sometimes more. It depends on what I'm doing. If I want to get into ranked, I will run it 4 or 5 times just to sort of improve on my speed and accuracy before I move on to the next kind of reaction training. Now, this next one is from Human Benchmark, and it's basically a way of testing your reaction time. All you do is you go on here and you click on the screen, and when it turns green, you click as fast as you can, and you try and just gradually improve your reactions. Now, I've very often found that at the beginning of a night, I'll come on here and I will be really slow. I'll be getting, 200s, 250s, stuff like that. This is all in milliseconds. And then as I've done it a few times and as I go on, you slowly start to improve. Now, I'm an old man. I'm 30 years old, so my reactions are not what they used to be. But I find by doing this, you can train yourself to improve those reactions and you can exercise them as such. The other really good thing about this is I find it pretty entertaining. I'm not even going to lie. I quite enjoy trying to improve and see if I can get my scores as low as I can and try and keep the average down. But once I've run both of these a few times, I then go on to terrorist hunts. Many of you who watch my live streams, you will have seen me do this, as I find that the more terrorist hunts I do before an evening, the better I play that night. The first type of run I like to do is a speed run, so I'll pick a fast operator like Ash and literally try to run through the entire map and kill all the terrorists as fast as I possibly can. This kind of training can assist you in, firstly, staying calm under pressure when you see the bombers as you round the corner, as well as assisting you in working on your reactions. As you move into the room, you don't know where the enemies are, so you have to assess it and just react accordingly. This reacting on the fly enables you to quickly assess the threats in the room and practice dealing with them. Now remember, the point of this practice isn't to complete the terrorist hunt. It's not to win or to survive to the very end of time. If you get taken out by a rogue nitro jumping out at you from the wall, just reload it and start again. Throughout this training though, try and aim a bit higher. Try and aim for the head. If you find that the kill feed is not filling up with headshots, you are aiming too low. Learn to assess your gameplay and adjust it to fit what you're trying to achieve. Now remember, the point of this training is to be able to dome people as soon as you see them. After all, if you want to be able to take out an enemy team as quickly as possible, you need to be aiming for those one-shot headshots. After doing this a few times, I like to slow the terrorist hunts right down. I will instead change my weapon to single shot and try to get nothing but headshots, both up close and at range. Practice peeking angles and trying to get those headshots. After doing this for quite some time now, I can honestly testify to the fact that it helps a huge amount. Other training exercise can be in the form of going to Hereford, shooting like on the range. They've got an actual shooting range there. And you can practice just flicking between the targets on the grass, both up close or at range. You can practice using continuous fire, burst, single shot. It's all about muscle memory that you're trying to build. You want to be able to know how far to move that mouse to land that shot. It's not going to happen overnight, but by running these practices and drills and then taking it into games, you will naturally become more relaxed. Tension is going to be your biggest enemy, and being overly concerned about your rank is probably one of the biggest factors holding you back with your rank. Play the game, have fun, and if your team is better than the other team, you will naturally rank up. If not, take the loss and just play the next game. Be more concerned with your own personal play and how you can improve that rather than your stats, and I can guarantee you, you will definitely get better. Hopefully this will help people in some way, shape or form. As I said at the beginning, I'm not the most accurate player in the world, but these tips have certainly assisted me along the way in improving my accuracy. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up, as it lets me know which direction to push my content in. If you aren't already a subscriber, hit that button and turn the notifications on, and you will know every time I upload a video. I also live stream 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays over on my Twitch, so feel free to come along and say hi. But until next time, guys and girls, stay reckless and relentless.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
So save me.